Both Jasmine and Aladdin are on their way to Disney Dreamlight Valley, so let's explore what we know and everything we're hoping to see in the upcoming update. Hello, cozy friends, and welcome back to Oscar's Cozy Corner. With the next update just a couple of weeks away, I thought that it would be the perfect time to revisit the Disney Dreamlight Valley roadmap from the showcase stream in October. So today we're going to talk about all things Jasmine and Aladdin, potential homes, quests, maybe even companions, and all the exciting details that we might see in this Aladdin-themed upcoming update. So before we dive into what could be coming, let's chat about what's already in the game. If you've played A Rift in Time, the DLC, you'll know that Agrabah is already represented as Jafar currently lives in the Sultan's Palace, which you can find in the glittering dunes of Eternity Isle. The Cave of Wonders is also there with its tiger head entrance and all. So with these iconic locations technically already taken, where could Jasmine and Aladdin call home? Just as an aside, while we're talking about DLCs, one thing I'm really hoping for is some bonus quests involving Jasmine, Aladdin, and Jafar. I can't help but feel like it would be such a missed opportunity to not explore their dynamics any further. We have seen bonus quests before, including kind of like inter-DLC ones like Flynn and Rapunzel, so fingers crossed we do get something similar here. But if we go back to thinking about where Jasmine and Aladdin could live, in the teaser image we do see their belongings on a table in a room that I at least don't recognize. Alright, so I'm hitting pause because while I was actually editing this video after recording it, I was gathering some footage and I found what I think is probably the exact room that they've used in the render. This is inside Jafar's palace in Eternity Isle. This is one of the side rooms as you're doing the quests to progress the storyline. What I also noticed is this is actually kind of a replica of the dungeon where Aladdin is kept in the film, which is why it's much more grey than I'm used to with Aladdin. So yeah, I think this is the room. This is obviously where they've taken the render. In that case, because it's from Eternity Isle, I don't know if it has anything to do with the teaser image or not. We'll just have to wait and see. They may even use some of these brickworks or some of these renders with the Aladdin update, but I don't know. I'm going to leave the rest of the original video in after this. This is just a little aside, so you know that I found it. But yeah, bear this in mind as you watch the rest of this little section at least. There's some brickwork that doesn't really feel like anything from Aladdin. It's much grayer than I would associate, and there is also a decorative wooden door in the background. Now, the door shape itself does look like the Persian domes that we see on the exterior of Agrabah Palace, and those shapes are often found in kind of beautiful Middle Eastern architecture, so maybe this teaser is part of their first quests? I don't know, perhaps we could be helping them retrieve their missing items or something along those lines? As for their home itself, it is a tricky one because the Sultan's Palace and the Cave of Wonders are already in use. I'm thinking it might be something new. I mean, it could end up being a Gameloft original, but I also wouldn't rule out some parks inspiration either. Perhaps something like the Caravan Carousel from the Arabian coast at Tokyo Disney Sea. It wouldn't be the first time that the devs have taken inspiration from the park, so what do you think? Might it be another building from the movies, or could we get something completely unexpected? Whatever it is, drop your ideas in the comments. I'm curious to hear what you think. Moving on to gameplay and perhaps some features that might be coming, with gliders and wings already in the game, I do feel like a magic carpet glider is kind of a must-have and almost a complete given at this point. I really feel like they set the scene for this when they introduced the book glider in the Storybook Vale, so I just think soaring through the valley on a flying carpet is going to be too iconic to pass up. That said, I do think it'll be a premium shop item rather than any sort of friendship reward because it would be a huge draw for people, and we do know that Gameloft is of course a business first. And we also know that Gameloft do not shy away from adding companions to the premium shop as well. Of course, we just had a Tinky Bar a couple of weeks ago. The cursed Tinky Bar, might I add. So I do think there's a high probability that we could probably get one of the Eternity Isle monkeys in an Abu costume. We literally had a Storybook Vale companion this week in the premium shop, so even if you don't own any of the DLCs, it is nice that they're bringing those animal companions into the base game. And the monkeys are there, prime and ready for use, so I do think that we could probably see an Abu companion as well. There's also Raja the tiger. Now, I don't think we'll see Raja unless they reskin one of the default companions. As for custom companions, we've really only had like Figaro and Sultan from Beauty and the Beast, so I think an actual tiger might be too much of a stretch. Although we obviously did get the lion fox companion with the Jungle Getaway update, so I don't know. It's not out of the realm of possibility that they could reskin one of the default companions. New furniture is always another exciting part of these updates, either through quest rewards or even just Scrooge's store. Now, we do already have quite a few Aladdin pieces in the game. We do already have the market bundle from the premium shop, which is perfect for any Aladdin themed builds. But I do wonder what they could add next. I was thinking maybe some version of Jasmine's iconic balcony, or maybe even like an interactive version of Genie's lamp. I would also really love to see some palace style decor, like ornate columns, more of those, some more rugs, anything gold. I think they could do a lot with it, and I think it could be really fun. And as for friendship rewards, themed clothing is always amazing too. I would love to see some pieces perhaps from Aladdin's classic outfit, or even Jasmine's blue ensemble. Even if they brought us those individually, that could be a fantastic addition. And as for Scrooge's store, I'm really hoping to see more desert-inspired pieces, maybe some more lanterns, maybe some even additional rugs. I don't know. Just to really set the scene, I can see them doing something really fun with the whole Aladdin universe. What do you think? What furniture would you like to see? Let me know down in the comments below. I would love some more ideas. If Jasmine and Aladdin are the focus of this update, which of course it does seem certain at this point, it does make sense for the star path to follow suit. Gameloft have been doing this with characters being introduced into the base game for the first time, so we got the same thing with Mulan and Tiana, so I do expect to see some sort of Agrabah themed star path. There is a chance that it's probably going to launch near Valentine's Day as well, so they might blend some romantic items in with the Aladdin theme, similar to Lovely Monsters. Especially with Aladdin and Jasmine coming as a couple, it could be an opportunity for Gameloft to celebrate all of the partnerships that we currently have in the game. I have been thinking of some potential names for this one. I don't know, they're not great, don't get me wrong, but I was thinking maybe Wonders of Agrabah or Sunlit Sands could be on the cards, but I don't know. What would you call it? What would you come up with if you could create the perfect star path name for Aladdin? Fun fact, by the way, the song A Whole New World is the first and only Disney song to win a Grammy for Song of the Year. And it does make me wonder if they'll include a nod to it in the update in some form. I feel like they have to, right? It does say it on the teaser image. As for the update date itself, the speculation at the moment is pointing towards February 12th. The Frost and Fairy Star Path ends on February 5th, and there has tended to be a 1-week redemption period for the rewards before the next one starts recently. So I could see February 12th being update day. However, I do know that in the files, some of the files are pointing towards a February 26th update. There's enough DreamSnap prompts in the files to go all the way to the end of February, so we'll just have to wait and see which one it turns out to be. But I think from around the middle of February towards the end of February is a pretty solid guess for when this update could come out. But as I said in the previous section, all of the previous first timers to the Valley have kind of shared the same name. Majesty and Magnolias for Mulan and Dapper Delights for Tiana, so the update and the Star Path have shared the same name. And I do think that if this is an Aladdin-focused update, I suspect that the Star Path will be the same name as well. Well, that is it, gang. I do feel like there's so much to be excited about with this update. New homes, items, possible companions, and of course, a brand new Star Path. So what do you think? Where will Jasmine and Aladdin live? And what are you hoping to see in terms of furniture, clothing, or even Star Path? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this cozy chat, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any updates. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I will see you next time, and I will, of course, see you in the Valley.